is part of the Frog Pants Network. Get more at frogpants.com.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, did you buy the Warcraft movie? That wasn't you in the draft, was it?
No, I didn't get Warcraft.
Okay.
You know what's funny? People still consider buying a movie in the draft to be a show of support for the movie. I would have totally bought Warcraft at the right price.
Yeah.
I am also and separately excited to watch the Warcraft movie.
Yeah, it's possible to actually be both.
Yeah.
A smart buyer of the film or avoider of the film, but someone looking forward to seeing it.
All right, so titles.
Yes. Lay 'em on me, brother.
Well, so the top is Bash on Windows 10.
Mm-hmm.
The following one is Bashing Windows.
I mean, those one or the other of those seems like a lock, but keep going.
All right, so go home, Tay, you're drunk. That's pretty funny. Scott Johnson can't get into his box. What's in the box? Micro Nux, Winbuntu, all your bots belong to us. Microsoft bashes build, Lindows 10. Remember, wasn't there Lindows?
Yeah, Lindows was that was a Michael Robertson thing, wasn't it?
Gosh, that's a long time ago.
There's also window blinds. Cortana fights for the bots. Amazon says USB-C you later.
That's funny.
Micro so fail. USB-C you later. PC Peace World. Bamboo and Cat Hair USB-C. Yeah. Foxconn gets sharp. You had a
Sharpens up.
That one's not bad.
Stop the side loading.
The reference to that parody of the GI Joe PSAs where the computer says stop all the downloading. That's very obscure. That's very obscure, but I think that's funny.
Don't call it a side load. It's been here for years.
I'm a sucker for that joke.
That one's not bad.
I have to say.
Bots as a service bash. So the top three right now are Bash on Windows 10, Scott Johnson can't get into his box, and Go Home Tay, you're drunk.
Well, I would say bashing Windows or bash on Windows 10 are my two favorites because they apply to Tim Sweeney as well as the literal inclusion of bash in Windows 10.
I would say Bash on Windows 10.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Because it's top.
It's top, and I like it, and it's appropriate to two parts of the conversation without being a mashup title, which is very elegant.
Mm-hmm.
So well done to Beatmaster and Silverblade for their variants on that.
Most people already know I can't get into my box. That's a long known. We all have a history. It's fine. We don't need to share that with the
And then
world.
I had to bring Melanie into it, and that just threw me off.
Right.
I shouldn't have. Then I had that song stuck in my head while you were trying to explain the metaphor. And I was like, what have I done to myself?
Start singing out loud. It's the only way to get rid of it.
I got a brand new pair. Oh my gosh, it's the worst song.
It really is, but it's hard not to.
I don't even know what song that is.
Oh,
and it sounds obnoxious.
Go look it up on YouTube and then hate me for listening to it.
What is the title?
Covers of
Brand
it.
New Key by Melanie.
Yeah.
Melanie's great, by the way. My first introduction to her was that song, and I was like, ugh. I refused to listen to anything by Melanie, and then I found some other things by Melanie, and I realized, oh, she's actually really good. I got no problems with Melanie, but the song, I've got a brand new pair. It's actually not a bad, composition.
How many NCIS? Oh, it's Law and Order. How many places have a naval investigative unit?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you're asking that.
That song's never going to leave my head now.
Oh, I could hear it in the background even. It's kind of country. It's not as bad as I remember.
It's folky. Oh, okay, I know the song.
Yeah. It's quirky.
It just reminds me of patchouli. I'm sorry.
Sure.
There's a really good metal cover of it that Ibit played once on the morning show. It's really,
yeah?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's actually kind of great.
It's it's weird. Like the only band I can say I appreciate out of that era, like that's still like I would actively see if I see it somewhere like in a store. I might buy this. Is anything from the band?
Mm. Oh, the band, yeah.
The band.
Take a load off.
The band, I used to hate them because
I really love that song for some reason.
And I really didn't like Live either because their name was Live. I hated that. Who are you listening to? Live? I'm like, no.
Yeah, you hated the Who because
it was like they were all trying to perpetuate the Who's on First thing in band names. I hate it. The band.
What's wrong with Who's on First?
It's okay if you're in the mood for Abbott or Costello or both. But as it turns out, as a band name, it doesn't work.
Weren't they just a reimagining of Laurel and Hardy?
Yeah, kind of. I know that there's a lot of
contemporaries. I'm not sure if one was a ripoff of the other. Or...
Yeah,
I always thought Laurel and Hardy came like at least
might have.
5-6 years before.
Something like that. They're the Coke and Pepsi of their day. They're actually it's closer to something like like GoBots and Transformers, probably.
Yeah.
Voltron and Battle of the Planets.
There you go. I always confuse those, by the way. I am so excited about that new Voltron series. I am so excited.
I don't know. The last one they tried to redo was stupid. And
I agree. I got
mind-numbingly stupid.
The people involved are cool, and Netflix seems to get this stuff.
Maybe. So this is the important thing. If you've ever watched Voltron, like the original, what do they call it? Some 5 Beast, Go Lion, or whatever. It was a really violent, Japanese cartoon. And they totally sanitize it for release in the U.S. and other markets. If they go in with the original intent, like, yeah, we're going to make it really kind of balls of the wall, kind of like slashy, blood, guts, and everything, that would be cool. But if they're just going to give you kind of a play school version of it, I don't think it'll be as cool because that's what made the original Voltron so cool. Because you knew, like, no, those weren't robots getting killed by the scores. Those are alien beings with blood because you could see it.
Yeah, there are people in there.
Ooh, my Amazon Tap arrives tomorrow.
Oh, lovely. Is that the one that's like it's a little flat Echo, right?
Yeah. It's the Echo without the speaker, although it does have a small cardioid speaker, I think, in it, so that you can attach it to your own speaker. And then there's the mobile one that's coming too, which I can't remember the name.
Yeah, what is that called? Amazon Point? No, Dot. No.
Yeah, the Dot. No, wait. Tap is the Tap is. I'm sorry, I had it backwards. Tap is the one that's mobile. Dot is the one that doesn't have the speaker.
Okay, that's it. That's the one that just gives you...
I'm going to put Dot in the bathroom because I don't need a big speaker in there. I have an old speaker that I can plug it into.
Yeah.
And then I can add things to the shopping list like shampoo and soap.
And you just say, Alexa, I've fallen and I can't get up. That way...
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you just said.
You know what? If
playlist of some stupid band
playing song "Falling" by Tom Petty from Tom Merritt's playlist.
It'd be great if you could control your Roombas, because maybe you could say, "Get Roombas to push me up into sitting position."
Yeah, get all your home automation to save you. I love that.
Get my Hamilton Beach mixer to
I got really excited that it works with Nest now, and then I was like, "What am I gonna do?" Like, Amazon, tell Nest things feel pretty good in here. Thanks.
Playing Foo Fighters from.
The thing was, I would have totally used it. I would have played Foo Fighters. I would have used the Amazon Nest integration when I first got the Nest, and I was constantly teaching it. But Nest does a pretty good job for me now, especially now that it knows I'm here, even when I'm not upstairs, and so I don't really have anything to do to it.
Yeah.
Nest knows me better than I know myself, Scott.
I feel like Nest knows me better, knowing you better, knowing better.
Knowing me, knowing you. Playing there. Knowing Me, Knowing You by ABBA from Scott Johnson's Amazon Music playlist.
ordering 2 crates of toilet paper, just like your kid did last time.
I go to Costco for that stuff. That's just a once in a month.
Well, we do too, but Nick ordered it as a joke because he wanted to see if it worked, and it did. Because I had said to the kids when we got it, I said, "All right, you guys, just so you know, this thing can like totally order stuff from Amazon." He didn't believe me, so him and his knucklehead friend, ordered toilet paper, and thought it didn't work. And then we got toilet paper like 4 days later.
Was it cheaper or about the same price as?
Well, didn't you get the email saying that it had been ordered?
Kim did. I didn't get it.
Oh, Kim got it. Okay.
Not enough.
And she was like, "Oh, I guess we ordered toilet paper.
Yeah,
I always use it."
Yeah, it's not like we're not a thing we're not going to ever use. So.
Yeah.
We kept it, and it was about the same price, Roger. And in the end, but
in the end,
but Costco's right up the street.
Playing The End by Beatles from TuneIn Radio.
Don't ask her to play AC/DC unless you have a bunch of that already purchased, because she'll play karaoke versions of AC/DC.
No, what they need is Alexa integration with LegalZoom.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Alexa, draw me up a contract.
Oh, I'd love that. Print it down.
Alexa, divorce papers.
Alexa, negotiate new rate.
I want to talk to her, or whatever I'm going to talk to. I want to talk to him at the same casual way that Miller talks to his phone on The Expanse.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's when we're in, man. When you can just go, I don't want to see this one. Show me the next.
That's what Cortana is promising.
Yeah, we'll see. I find myself being too enunciating as it is, and I don't even need to. Siri does a fine job of dictating what I say. It's just I get like, if I'm doing a text and I want to say
What I Say by Ray Charles.
I'll be Tom, give me a call at 3 p.m. space.
Oh yeah.
Like, I need to stop acting like I'm talking.
It's funny. I don't use any of that stuff, but Brian Brushwood does. And when I was hanging out with him during South by Southwest, it was amazing. Like I knew instantly what he was doing when he'd be like, "I will be there in 5 minutes, period." I'm like, "Oh, you're definitely not talking to me. You're talking to your phone."
All right. That's pretty funny.
I'm uploading the show.
Guy on Twitter says I don't do very good metaphors.
Well, that's like saying, well, that would be a simile, see? Maybe you do really good similes.
He says, why is Scott Johnson so bad at metaphors, Ace Detect? Get DTNS. And then he says, and I said, you mean bad isn't good, right? And he said, if Scott Johnson...
See, I feel bad. I brought that on you by correcting your metaphor. As soon as I do that, then that person feels like, I get to jump on Scott because Tom changed his metaphor.
Anybody in our shared audience already knows that I am gloriously bad at metaphors, and it's fun on most of my shows. So this guy is probably just new, doesn't know, and it's fine. Doesn't know what I'm selling.
You're a giraffe eating eucalyptus with metaphors, my friend.
That's right. That's right. I've always said it. Finally, someone else says it.
Just say it.
What the heck is going on, Adobe?
I love your metaphors. Don't ever stop.
I'm not going to change. Change it for nobody.
Don't go changing.
Try and please me.
Whoa, what happened to my upload?
Uh-oh.
What's SoundCloud? What do I pay you for?
It's been a little fruity lately.
This track can't be played right now. Well, it's still being processed, but the little bar that says it's being processed went away. That's why I was fooled.
Who's the bigger fool? The fool or the fool who follows him?
You. That's what I would have told Gandalf.
Hey, Gandalf, quit smoking all that halfling weed and get your ass over
Your
here.
mom is a fool.
Ah, you fools.
I still don't understand why they just couldn't have just been on the Eagles from the start and just
Did you hear the theory about that?
Yes. I don't remember it, but I remember following a blog post about it somewhere.
The theory, roughly, was that he had that all set up, and then he got knocked away by the Balrog, and then I don't remember the part of why the Eagles just didn't do it anyway, but his fly, you fools, was meant to be a hint, like, go get in touch with the Eagles and then just fly to Mordor, dude.
Yeah, it's like, it's like telling a 12-year-old, get in the car and drive away. It's like, okay, except I don't never driven a car. I don't know how to drive one. I don't know which direction this interstate will take me. No, take the third exit on the off ramp, and I'll lead you right by.
I bet Strider
Mount
knew.
Doom.
I bet Schneider knew.
They call him Strider.
What if they just strapped it to a giant rock and aimed it at Mount Doom and just hoped they went straight through the volcano top?
Oh, look, it worked.
Giant catapult. Solved everything.
What if they missed, though? You don't get to recover from that.
Oh no, you do test shots, and if it misses, what are you going to do? Kill a bunch
Then
of
the
orcs?
Nazgul just come and find where you're doing your test shots from. Right?
Yeah, but they still takes time. They're not like they're magical beings, but they're not like instantaneously magically going to show up.
Weird. Does Instagram do 60-second video now? What's that about?
Yeah, that was. I heard that on the DTNS headlines yesterday, Scott.
Dang it! Why don't I hear more Tuesday shows? I heard Mondays.
I don't know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I got to listen in the mornings instead of getting to.
Don't feel like you ever have to listen. I don't want it to be a chore.
I like the show.
I like the show too. I never listened to it.
Although I always say the same thing to people at TMS. It's like, if you don't
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about, it's because
Because I don't want people to feel like it's a burden, you know.
Yeah,
I've done that to myself with shows where I'm like, no, I should really keep listening, and then it's like that just ends up with you not enjoying it. That's not good. All right, I am out of the post. Thanks everyone for watching or listening, however you consume the show. We love you. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you tomorrow.